again. Howdy, everybody. Aaron's on camera. Say hi, Aaron.
Hey.
Okay, we're doing something today that is one of my favorite cuts of pork that so many people know so little about, and we're gonna show you one of the ways that we love to enjoy it. And that's these country ribs. Don't ask me why they call them country ribs, because I have no idea, and I didn't, take the time to go look at it. But basically what happens is the way the pork loin shapes up, this is at the very end of it. So if you look at this piece right here, you have what looks like a pork chop, and that is actually a piece of that loin. And as that loin tapers down, that's like the one next to it, okay? And then as it tapers down, you get more and more of this intermuscular fat there, all right, that's separating these muscles. Now, when you see something like this,
That's really got a lot.
this does. It has a lot of fat, but you can see how it curves down, and there's meat on this side.
Is that a
and
bone?
They are bones, and this is part of the ribs. So what I'm gonna do, just for the simplicity's sake, because for this recipe, we're making carnitas, baby.
Oh, yeah.
So for this, we're gonna give those to the dogs.
Oh, can I give it to her?
Yeah, here, I'll give it to her. Lucy, look.
Lucy. Best day ever.
Did you give one to Sonny?
Yes, I did.
I'm gonna cut these up because the pan that we have is small, and I want to get this all, I want as much room in the pan as possible. But these ribs, these portions of the ribs, just look at all that golden
Ooh, that's
goodness
beautiful,
in there.
yeah.
Yeah, there's, it's just beautiful. So I'm gonna make sure there's no ribs in these. And then, good here. By the way, you'll notice that I dry off all the meat, okay? You don't want those juices in when you're searing. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get this baby turned on. Get that pan screaming hot. Because, as Erin points out in her braising video, not
Article.
Article, you wrote that, that's right. They love them.
Yeah.
Sonny, did you eat yours already? You're crazy.
Yeah.
Did she chew that up already?
Yeah.
You're insane, man.
Did you eat your bone?
You can have another one. There. So,
Jeez.
braising. So, carnitas is braising. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna sear the meat really hard. Oh, there's another bone. That bone runs all the way over to there.
Wow.
There we go. Dogs will be happy.
Yeah.
So you're searing the meat first. That's developing that Maillard reaction, which is that browning effect. So you're layering flavor, and then the next thing you're going to do is you are going to braise this in. Man, I'm finding another bone. So you're braising this in, get this, orange juice. Now, the first time Aaron and I did carnitas, we saw so many of these recipes call for orange juice as the braising liquid, and I was like, man, that does not make sense. And the first time we did it, it was what?
The best.
It was the bomb. It's incredible.
It was so good.
So
It made total sense.
I'm gonna just dice this up into some, well, I don't want to dice it up too much because I want this, I'm gonna sear these. Come on over here, baby. Now, I have this pan dry, and here's why. That fat is I'm gonna get the fattiest parts first, and that's gonna give me the oil in the pan that I need for the rest of them. There we go. So we're gonna go ahead and we're just gonna sear these really good on both sides. We'll cut to what it looks like after that and spare you the time involved. But you might want to turn the hood on just to get the smoke out. It'll get a little bit smoky. Okay, we we are done searing, and I want you to look at that. That's what you're after right there. I'm going to go ahead. See that?
Yeah, I gotta make sure I don't put too much oil on them.
Yeah. Look at that. That's what you're after. We're going to put this back in. I'm going to turn that down off. See, I cut this up just to make room.
Yeah.
Loud.
Yeah, really loud.
It's gonna be tight, baby.
Oh, wow. Look at that. It's a puzzle.
Alright, there it is. Now, I'm gonna add my oregano. My cumin. Now, one thing on spices is you don't need to go over the top, okay? You don't need a ton of spices because you don't want to overpower the flavor of that pork. I can turn the hood off now. Last but not least, a little bit of pepper.
And that last one was salt.
Yeah.
In case y'all didn't know.
Yeah, we don't have salt shakers here. We use the
Fingers.
just pinch. And look at that golden goodness.
No.
So, we're not actually cooking this right now. We're just browning it. Here we go. And you're going to add your braising liquid. So you're going to add your orange juice to just about, we're going to let that simmer down for a second. And that's going to cool the pan down. The juice goes just to about 3/4 of the way. You're not covering it, okay? And the reason why I added a little bit much is because this isn't a super tight lid, so there's going to be some escape as we cook this. We're going to lid that, and we are going to put that in the oven, 325 degrees. The thing about these country ribs that I love about them is they don't need to braise as long as you would have what would be like a normal shoulder roast, okay? Like a shoulder roast is what's typically used for carnitas, which you can do, but you gotta braise it for a longer period of time because it has more connective tissue and you need more time at that high moist temperature to break down that collagen into the, what, baby?
Into the delicious golden goodness.
It's called gelatin.
Gelatin.
Sorry, I put her on the spot. Actually, I put you on the spot because I forgot. I was hoping that you would remember. So we're gonna stick this in the oven, and I'm gonna peek on it. I'm gonna peek in on it after about an hour or so. Make sure that the liquid hasn't all evaporated or steamed off. If it has, then I'm gonna add a little bit more liquid, just to keep it about 3/4 of the way covered. And at about 2 hours, I'm gonna test it with a fork to see if it pulls apart really nicely. And if it does after 2 hours, I'm done. And if it doesn't after 2 hours, well, I'm just gonna keep going for a little bit longer. But the nice thing about these is you don't need long. They fall apart very easily. All right, see you in a bit. Check on this. It's been 2 hours. No, watch that.
Oh, man.
That is a thing of beauty. Watch yourself.
Okay.
So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna take these forks and we're just gonna see how that's starting to pull apart really easily. Okay. We want this to pull apart too. The other thing that we want to be very careful of is we don't want the braising liquid to go down too low. All right, so we have just a little bit more. These need to be just, I mean, they're close. They're very close.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Especially the ones like with more fat almost look like
They're super close, but I'm gonna add just a little bit more
Okay.
braising liquid.
Yeah, it doesn't even look like orange juice now.
Yeah, right? Just a tad bit more. Bring that up just a hair. I'm gonna put this in, and now, so it's been 2 hours. I'm gonna check this every half hour, and the next half hour it should start to really pull apart well, and then we're gonna pull it out and serve it. I should open that first.
I can open it. Oh, I'm just gonna open it.
Okay. It's been another half hour. I got it.
You got it?
Yeah. All right, it's been another half hour. We're gonna check this out, see what we got going on. Okay. I think we're about there. Oh yeah, we're there. See how nice and easy that pulls
Yeah.
apart? That's what we're looking for, right there. That's it. Okay.
Beautiful.
Now, I am gonna pull this apart in here. Ooh, terrible
That's
sound. We're gonna pull this apart. Aaron's phone's ringing. And then what we're gonna do is we are going to pull this apart, shred it. By now, the vast majority of what's left is fat in there. And then we're gonna cook it down.
In its
this-
own lovely fat.
And this is gonna be ridiculous.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
I'll work on this. Aaron can answer her phone,
Maybe.
maybe.
I think it's gone.
Hey, this ain't no fancy cooking show. We're hick farmers who love food. I mean, look at this. Look at Lucy.
Lucy,
Show me the toy.
what do you have?
Where'd it go? Get it.
Is it your toy?
Get your toy. Get your toy.
Her toy's a rag with a knot.
Yeah.
All right.
Fancy. Look. That's beautiful.
Let's see
Carnitas,
that.
baby. Alright. So, uncovered. So it's been uncovered.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's been uncovered in the oven for 15 minutes, okay? 15 minutes. Now you can see it's starting to
that's
confit.
gorgeous.
It's cooking in its own fat and it's gonna crisp up.
Look, it is so crispy. I can't
Now,
believe.
all I'm looking to do is stir it up and get it back in. Probably another 15 minutes, we're gonna be done.
Okay.
There. That's gorgeous. I'm gonna put the tortillas in the oven. And of course that doesn't fit.
You're gonna have to do that over again.
Okay. All right. Another 15 minutes, baby. And that's it. That's what you're looking for right there. You can crisp it even more if you want, but we're not going to. Okay? That's done. We're going to let it cool down so we don't burn ourselves when we're eating it.
Yes.
So, again, these are the country ribs. A few things. This was done in 2.5 hours. 2 hours of it was pretty much doing nothing. I was reading, Aaron was reading something, and you know, we got other stuff done. So it's a nice set it and forget it. You know, if you have an afternoon or something. Carnitas is it's something to watch. It's a multi-step process. And to be honest with you, Carnitas is amazing, but it also involves chopping vegetables. There's a lot of prep time in it. So don't think for a second that Carnitas is this simple, easy thing. That's why we don't do it that often. This is a lot of work involved. But if you want to do it, this is the way to do it. A thing about braising is if you're gonna do carnitas with another piece of meat, a different kind of meat, like let's just say you want a shoulder roast, okay? Something that's a bigger piece of meat, you're definitely gonna need more time. They will not be fully done in 2.5 hours. So we had 2 hours of braising, and we had about a half hour of, crisping it up, okay? That will not happen with the others. You're thinking about maybe 3 hours of braising, 3.5 hours of braising, and then you pull it apart and another half hour of crisping it up. So, hope this helps everybody. We're gonna eat. It's dinner time. Morgan and Logan are here, and dogs are always a good audience.
Look at me, Lucy. Hi.
Yeah, baby. All right. Hope you guys enjoy.
Sunny. Bye.